All right, let's watch some shorts here.
Get the fuck out of here.
You sent me this.
You cannot.
Both of my parents have separate political views. My mom's conservative and my dad's a liberal. And my mom is always kind of pushing me to bring politics into my life. And I was wondering, A, should I care? And if I should, why? And which parent should I lean more towards?
Got it. So the scriptures are very clear about this. Christianity has a heavy emphasis on honoring your parents. Even if your parents share values and views and a worldview that you do not have, you are biblically obligated to honor them, which means to spend time with them and to love on them and to go visit them.
Look, I think this is great, but this only really works if you have good parents. I mean, no offense to the Bible or Christianity, but if, like, both of my parents are shitheads, so there's absolutely no reason for me to spend time with them and honor them. Like, fuck that shit, you know what I mean? I just think this is stupid. This is a moot point, but I just think it's relevant since not everyone has parents that are good to them, right? I don't think you should be biblically required to honor shitty parents, all right? I'm just saying. What a weird belief.
Them. Because if you are incapable, in this case, of honoring your earthly father, you will never honor your heavenly father. If a parent ever tells you to do something that is
Can he just answer the question? Which should I believe? Like she's asking which side should I go towards?
sinful or goes against God, that is a violation of what it means to honor them. It doesn't mean you have to blindly obey them, but you must honor them, which really means to treat them heavily, basically to treat that with a lot of weight. So instead, I wouldn't even take strong political views. I would say, Mom and Dad, I don't want to talk politics. I just want to talk the Bible. It's not.
It's not a bad. Actually, that's not a bad answer. Look, I'm not religious, but that's actually a pretty fair answer. He's saying, hey, I don't want to take sides. You know, I don't want to do all that. I just want to talk the Bible because I can honor my parents and all that bullshit, right? Okay, that's actually that's not a bad answer. It's not bad. I have nothing wrong with that.
Is it the real
As an atheist, nothing wrong with that. That's a pretty good answer.
Did Trump make any mistakes during COVID?
Look.
Did Trump make any mistakes
Yes.
during COVID?
Look.
Did Trump make a single mistake during COVID?
Let me think.
The confidence that MAGAs have, it's surreal. It's like not even of this fucking plane of existence. If you have 1% of the amount of confidence that MAGAs do, you will be unstoppable. These people are so sure that they're right, so sure that they know what's going on, they know everything, and that Trump has their back, and that everything under him is going to be perfect. They're just so sure of it. I'm genuinely astounded at how powerful that level of confidence. Look at him. Look at him. Trump is right about everything. He's wearing a shirt. Oh my god, dude. By the way, I'm wearing a replica of an old Soviet hockey jersey from the Miracle on Ice team. Doesn't mean I'm, a USSR supporter. I just love history, and I think it's a cool jersey. So, and I love history, especially when it relates to like big moments, like in sporting events, like the Miracle on Ice. Really, really exciting. So, not a Soviet supporter, not a fan of the Russians, but still, I love history. It's fucking sick.
January 6th happened during COVID.
Maybe, yeah.
He should have never conceded the election. He should have just freaking kept. That was his only mistake.
There was a lady that got shot and killed by the feds in the Capitol building.
He should have conceded the election because he lost. Like, the numbers prove that. I don't. He lost so bad that he called, I think it was a Georgia senator. He called somebody and asked for 11,000 votes. That's how bad he lost. That's how much it hurt him. That's how, to argue, that's how much Trump knew that he lost. That was confirmation that Trump knew, oh shit, I lost this thing. Find me some votes.
On January 6th, when Trump refused to send anybody there to...
If you're a MAGA and you can't even admit that January 6th was inappropriate and unlawful, unethical, just simply wrong and against our democracy, against what we stand for as this country, if you can't admit those things, you truly have Trump worship syndrome, TWS. You're suffering. That is a true condition.
Shouldn't have been trying to break into Congress.
Sure, but Trump also probably shouldn't have told him all to go there, right?
He did tell him to go peacefully.
No, he said they would be marching peacefully. He also told them to fight like hell or they're going to lose their country, and that's what they went and did.
These are all quotes. Right? These are all things that he said.
I saw you lose this argument on Jubilee.
I didn't lose this
don't wanna
argument. I won
rehash
it
this
completely.
out of-
He did not. Okay, he did not lose the argument on Jubilee. He completely won that. Everyone else that went up against him in this, they floundered. They were scrambling to figure out how to stop him and to stop Destiny here. He did not lose the argument, not the slightest.
Yeah,
Completely,
like,
100%. I know
listen,
every part of that argument.
Trump
Trust
said
me.
peacefully and patriotically.
Trump said fight like hell or you'll lose your country. If he said peacefully and patriotically, how do so many people misunderstand him?
So anytime you, so
Is he a bad communicator too?
listen, I heard Hillary Clinton say, "I'm a fighter." Kamala Harris said, "I'm a fighter." Neither one of these women have ever.
How many people do you see
have
fighting in
ever
the
thrown a
street?
punch.
How many people fought on those two behalves? You know, how many people fought on the behalf of Kamala Harris or Hillary Clinton? How many people are storming the White House right now in support of them to get Trump out? How many people have done that? None. Zero. That's the difference. The difference of saying, I'm a fighter versus fight like hell. Take your country back. It was stolen from you.
With Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris banners.
Dude, I saw a crazy kook on the freeway earlier. Biden Harris and Harris Walls on the freaking bumper sticker with all these other cat stickers.
You saw car driving.
Yeah, that's illegal. That's not. This guy's an idiot. Not Destiny, but the other guy. He saw a car driving with political bumper stickers, and that was proof. That was his smoking gun evidence. That it's the same thing as with the conservatives.
These are. How did they get?
This is like the conservative machine
How
right
did they
here.
get a
This is your
license?
problem.
Yeah.
How did they get a license? Because they put stickers for political beliefs on the cars. How did you get a license for having Trump's balls in your mouth? Well, that's the real question. How do any of you have licenses, jobs, or the ability to vote when you're constantly sucking down his balls? Unreal to me. This is what conservatives do. This is what they do.
It's the bumper stickers.
Yes,
That's what's
yes.
driving you crazy.
Yeah.
Is it the
Armchair.
Did Trump make
They don't have any legitimate criticisms against Biden or Harris or anything that the liberals have done. So they get mad about bumper stickers. Oh, they got TDS, Trump Derangement Syndrome, because they got a bumper sticker on their car. Yeah, you guys stormed the Capitol. What do you call that?
This is why no one takes them seriously. I'm a therapist. When kids and adults get mental health care, they're less likely to attempt suicide. If kids have to hide their identity because of people that
I just walked through the doors of this store. I'm gonna stand right here and plan my next move.
Oh, I see that there's a car behind me in this parking lot. I'm just going to keep walking right in the middle of the driving area.
Oops, I'm in the dentist waiting room and I'm getting a phone call. Better put this one on speakerphone. Well, I'm all done with that now.
Oh, it's my turn to order after spending over 20 minutes in line? Gosh, I have no idea. I'd better start the decision-making process right now.
Hey kids, why don't you run around and scream and climb all over the chairs while I wrap up this 45-minute phone call with your Uncle Rich? Great news. CVS didn't honor an expired coupon of mine, so I took it out on a service worker and held up the line.
Okay, guys, let's group.
That's funny. These are funny.
As a person of color, do you believe in white privilege?
I believe in all privilege.
So you don't
That's not an answer. That's a stupid answer.
believe that people of Caucasian race have certain privileges over any minorities?
I don't even know if we should talk about the white privilege thing. I think we should all focus on collectively wealth privilege. Even if you're a wealthy black person, you still have far more privilege than I do. I mean, yeah, I admit I'll probably get treated by the cops a little better, but when you have money, you have the ultimate privilege. We should talk about wealth privilege. We should talk about this racial privilege bullshit. Let's talk about wealth privilege. Again, street interviews, absolutely pathetic, sad. Not a real conversation, not a real debate.
No,
Cherry picking.
there's nothing a white person can do that I can't do.
That's not what privilege is. That's for example, I can drive through North Carolina and not get harassed by a cop, but you can drive through, the same state, North Carolina. You might get pulled over. You could be pulled over just simply for being black. That happens. That's not a stereotype. It happens frequently. In fact, we have so much racial strife and chaos that cops are routinely killing young black people. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, well, Ahmaud Arbery wasn't killed by a cop, but he was still killed by white people, by 3 white guys, right? I don't understand. Like, a cop won't kill me or pull a gun on me because he pulls me over, but a cop might do that to you because you're black. That's the truth. Cops do that. We have a problem with police brutality and police attacks against black people. That's a real thing in this country. So I don't know what he's talking about. Again, we shouldn't focus on color privilege. We should really focus on wealth privilege. That's the real fight right now. It's the super wealthy that are trying to divide all of us right now. But at the same time, cops do have a history of harassing black people way more than any other color or race of people.
Stupidest thing Asmongold has ever done.
I've never taken money from the Israel lobby. Have you?
What's up, Internet? I just got back from tonight's AMC Scream Unseen, which is the film Shelby Oaks from writer, director, and YouTube.
Why does this go?
What's up?
Wait. Do you have any proof that you've seen the movie or like an actual girlfriend? Yeah, dude. Want my tickets? LMAO. That's weird, bro. Okay, that's a weird question to ask. Do you have any proof that you've seen the movie or like an actual girlfriend? Like, what does that mean? Blending styles is a glazing way. No, that's not true. As a filmmaker, you can blend styles. It's not copying. By the way, if it is copying, then every single filmmaker, every single director, writer, television show, musical artist, YouTuber, they all copy. They all blend styles. Look what I'm doing right now. I'm reacting to YouTube Shorts with a picture of me in the corner, like a camera in the corner, right? Like my camera window is down here. I'm reacting to videos. People have been reacting to videos for what, 15 years now? So I'm technically copying a style. We all do it. It's crazy to me.
Why does this go?
What's up, Internet? I just got back from tonight.
I would agree though with John. Why does this go so hard though? Oh, what is this? Shot my dog. I can't stand.
Marks generated this.
Yeah, shot my dog, I can't stop. Yeah, shot my dog until she drops. 2,000 volts straight in her top. Cause my dog can't stay in her spot. Yeah, got this remote on me like
oh shit.
If Kaya tried to move, she had a love.
Yeah,
she better know.
The laser vision.
She's getting off her place. She's getting
oh.
Gotta stay in that little place for 8 hours.
Oh.
She getting up, I can't allow her.
Oh.
She my Palestine, I got the power.
That's insane. From the fridge to the TV, Kaya will be bros getting roasted. This is brilliant. I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is fucking catchy as hell. I'm gonna post this. This is fucking awesome, dude. I really absolutely love that song. It's really good. It's catchy. I just want to thank, this is incredible. I want to thank Asmongold for reacting to this song about Hassan. Kaya, I love discovering shit like this. I love discovering memes like this. Absolutely hilarious and unhinged, honestly. You know, hold on, hilarious, unhinged, yeah, and catchy as hell, bro. Really catchy. Good song. I love it. Yeah, this is bro. YouTube Shorts are undefeated, bro. YouTube. Incredible.
I would agree though with John Stewart. Common ground.
Have you seen it, Jamie? Pull it up, because it's bananas.
They want to send troops down to the southern border. They can prevent a Salvadoran woman from coming into this country and setting up the best lunch spot in their town. I think Tommy is tapping into something very real in the Republican Party, which is a sense of isolationism, right? They're like, we don't want wars abroad. We want wars here on our own people, like black people, brown people, and the southern border.
Hang on. I don't think that's incorrect. Most like political violence, I talked about this in another video of mine, but political violence by definition includes police brutality. So we have absolutely no problem, with police brutality and cops killing black people, or ICE going after civilians, or abducting people who are sitting waiting for the immigration appointments. We have no problem waging war against, we're literally deploying the National Guard or the Marines to cities. We have no problem waging war on our own citizens, and this is about isolationism. America first, not funding Ukraine. Meanwhile, Russia is steamrolling over them. I'm telling you right now, we do have an isolationist mentality, under this administration especially. This is about isolationism. It's about cutting ourselves off from the rest of the world and only focusing on what we do here, which is not good if we are in a global economy and we have allies that we supposedly care about and respect overseas. This administration has absolutely no problem waging war against our own civilians, which is why they're deploying troops to major cities, and they're allowing ICE to circumvent the Constitution and due process. She's not wrong. She's not woke for saying that. Like, that's weird. That they won't even engage with basic facts.
She never said
wait,
that.
let me finish.
Hang on, let me just on that point. No, I can't let.
Piers, she's making a good point. And Piers like, no, I can't let that happen. I can't let you make a good point on my show. That's all they do. They deflect.
You say that without challenging that. She never said anything like that. And the truth is about the southern border, it's not the cozy little picture that you paint.
It must be nice to be a conservative and go on his show, because he will absolutely go to bat for you, no matter what batshit crazy you say, things you say. As long as you support the current administration and you support everything that they're doing, he will bat for you. Piers Morgan will fucking have your back. It's absolutely pathetic. It is a cult.
Of some poor woman and their baby, being stopped from coming.
Why did ICE zip tie children? Didn't Rogan walk this back anyway? Isn't Rogan didn't he plead on his show like, hey, Mr. President, this is messed up, we shouldn't be doing this. They're taking construction workers and citizens, and Rogan doesn't support this. He said it on his show.
Having lunch. The situation on the southern border, whether you're on the left or the right, or any political side in America, is an absolute disaster.
How crazy is that? Damn, that is fucked up. How crazy is that? Jamie, pull it up, because it's bananas.
I'm starting to think that they splice these Joe Rogan clips. Hey, Jamie, pull that up. And then they play something unrelated. I don't think these are from the same show. I think that I see this a lot. Yo, Jamie, pull that shit up. It's bananas. And then it's something crazy. I know Rogan condemned ICE and what the Trump administration is doing. He said it recently in one of his shows. So I think they're just splicing these clips together.
I love you. Have you seen it, Jamie?
Tommy Lauren absolutely knows nothing about what's going on in this country. She accused Bad Bunny of not being an American citizen, and he is an American citizen. She doesn't even know basic facts. So anything she says, I take with a grain of salt, and I assume that it's probably wrong.
I love you,
guys. This is just. Before that happened was the Trump assassination attempts, and I remember your rhetoric on this too. And so
that guy was also a registered Republican, right?
Damning. That guy was a registered Republican?
Both of them were, right?
Well, I don't know if that necessarily matters actually. Before that happened was.
I think it somewhat matters, because like I said, the statistics in previous videos, I've said the statistics support the claim that the right is far more violent. All the numbers say it. This article right here, I will always keep this up. 75 to 80% of U.S. domestic terrorism deaths since 2001 are right-wing extremist violence. That's not me making it up. Those are real numbers.
You f*** my mom for a living.
Scott Jennings made this liberal look foolish when she tried to make this claim.
So, Scott, you're saying that Americans who decide they want to take to the streets and make their voices heard because they feel like their president is not listening to them, and frankly, in some instances has said we're the enemy simply because we disagree with them. You're saying that's not a good use of time. You're criticizing these people who went out to, be Americans and say they love their country.
This isn't true. Most of the violence comes from right-wing extremism. You can look it up. The numbers are online. The numbers are so true, by the way, that the DOJ, Trump's DOJ, removed the study, proving that those numbers are real, that they exist. And by the way, what you guys get mad at protests, but what about January 6th? You just forget about that. You seem to just gloss over the fact that that your side, thousands of MAGAs attempted to coup the government. They stormed the Capitol building looking for Pelosi and looking for Mike Pence, trying to steal documents in there and assassinate people. Yikes, dude. Unreal.
and want their president to listen to them. That's not a good use of time. That's outrageous.
Well, no, I mean, normal people were spending time with their family and watching college football. I don't care how they spend their time. If they want to go out, if they want to go out and if they want to go out and protest, be my guest. They're welcome to do it, and I don't really care whether they do it or not. But I just happen to think
you should care a little bit because protesting is protected under the First Amendment. You're not normal for protesting. What about the people that on January 6th that we're doing way more than just protesting? Kind of weird to me that they just forget about that. This guy's a loser. He doesn't know anything. He's not smart at all. I'm just telling you right now. He's an idiot.
I think if I were Democrats, I would rather have directed that energy into the campaigns that are going.
Now, he's not wrong here. The Democrats, instead of protesting and doing stupid things like no kings, should be directing the energy into voting or working for a campaign on the Democratic side of things. He's not wrong there. Protesting is kind of useless. Protected speech, sure, but useless as hell. Fuck the no kings shit. Stop doing that stuff. Vote. That's what matters. We should all, as Democrats, unanimously vote for the same person so that we can oust Trump and oust his regime or oust Vance or whoever runs after him, okay? Whoever runs after Trump. Protesting is useless. I completely agree. It's stupid. You should vote. People will go to no kings protests and then they'll vote like independent, or they'll not even vote at all because they think voting is stupid. Well, you're stupid. People that didn't vote or voted independent are part of the reason why Kamala Harris lost. I blame some of them on that. I blame them for that. Some of them for that.
Apparently, she never learned her lesson. Did you see that video? No, it's bananas.
There's a guy. It's the same one. It's banana. It's like another clip where they just splice it in there. It's so stupid.
Did you see that?
Quagmire.
I'm gonna get.
I would like to say a few thank yous to Governor of State New York, Kathy Hochul.
Asmongold, when he was in school,
He did it! I've got internet! Me too! Internet activity in all sectors, sir!
there was a time that I was in computer repair class, and I was a senior, and I spent an entire day trying to figure out why the printer wouldn't connect to the network. I couldn't figure it out. I went through the BIOS, I went through command prompt, I went through different computers, I tried to use another printer, I tried everything possible, and I spent an entire class period trying to fix this problem. The next day, I come back, and I'm with 3 younger guys, and I walk into the room, and it's unplugged.
That's crazy.
She spoke pure truth, and no one could deny it.
Why are Republicans covering for Trump when he does something like this, saying,
because they're in a cult.
These people are a joke, they're not indicative of America, and then
Because they're a cult.
he has this video.
Well, I want to start by saying these protests were overwhelmingly white. They were overwhelmingly elderly people. Now, again, white boomers have the right to have a mass therapy session about the fact that Donald Trump won. But to call it a no kings protest.
We're calling it okay, I'm not even part of this dumb shit, but they're calling it a no kings protest because Trump fancies himself as a king. Kash Patel wrote a children's book called The Plot Against the King. His followers all unanimously support him. They'll post AI photos on Twitter or X about, Trump wearing a king's crown, okay? They all lean into the fact that Trump sees himself as a king. The gold stuff in the White House, the merch, the expensive, shoes and the NFT. Like, Trump fancies himself as a king. They treat him like one, okay? In fact, Trump, I would say, constitutionally speaking, is acting like a king when ICE is completely circumventing due process and ignoring the Constitution when they're abducting people and putting children in zip ties and taking people from their immigration appointments, deporting people because of tattoos and was not even doing any research on the person to see that if they actually have any ties. They just say, oh, you have a tattoo, you're a Venezuelan gang member, bye. Trump and his people, they treat him like a king. They act like he is a king. He is doing whatever he wants right now with absolutely zero pushback. That's what a king does. So this person's an idiot. She didn't wreck any panel. Okay, she wrecked herself. Trump is not enforcing the law. ICE is quite literally, and I'm not making this up. You can look in the news. It's real. Circumventing the Constitution. abducting people without warrants, without due process, putting children in zip ties. What do you call Trump's administration when Kristi Noem has a senator tackled to the ground and forcibly removed from a public press conference when all he was doing was asking a question? Senator Padilla was forcibly removed, thrown to the ground, detained, and left, and forced to leave. Why? Because he was asking a question. What, Kristi Noem's too afraid to answer questions at a public press conference? Unreal. These people are suffering from Trump worship syndrome.
How does your mother feel?
Who would you side with?
Every single time I talk to these people, it's always the exact same thing. Like, why do you like Trump over Biden? Well, Trump did way better with the economy. What did Trump do for the economy? Tax cuts. How did that help you? Do you even do your own taxes?
Literally. I mean, these people are idiots.
You make like $24,000 a year. You save me more money than you. You actually take more money on my tax than you grossed in income because of your president who's a billionaire from New York. Yeah. And this is the guy that represents you. Like, none of it actually makes sense. I'm sorry. No, I'm just saying, listen, when I talk to the people, it's always the same talking point over and over again. They have no idea about anything they're talking about. They like Trump because he's funny, because he represents a real anger that people have towards the system, and they want to break. And Trump is the guy saying, "I'll break it for you." And
yeah, they're idiots. They have no idea that Trump is still doing things for the wealthy. He's not actually helping you. Trump is not helping the average, middle class or lower middle class Republican. He's helping his wealthy friends like they always have. That's all this is.
That's it. That's the extent of the support for Trump. Every single time.
Yeah,
I have to tell you directly and personally that I regret voting for you for Secretary of State. I yield back.
May I respond?
You may sit.
Well, first of all, your regret for voting for me confirms I'm doing a good job.
Well, that's just
That's not really like a burn, though. If there are genuine policy things that he regrets or he doesn't agree with, that's a fair assessment. Oh, you didn't vote for me. It just means I'm doing a good job. No, it doesn't. It means you're probably a dickhead, or you did something wrong. I just don't understand this. I swear, conservatives, man, they have this unshakable confidence that they are super competent, that they are the ones that can get the job done. All Marco Rubio has done is bow to Trump and support him without any pushback. Yikes, dude.
It takes about 20 hours to become proficient in just about anything.
I have to
by the way, for every cherry-picked clip of a Rubio, saying something catchy and edgy like this, I can show you hours of footage of Senate hearings where Republicans are getting shredded. Okay? Patel's getting shredded. Tulsi Gabbard's shredded. The confirmation hearings were a prime example of that.
It takes about...
Don't worry. There is one federal employee.
I would like to say a few...
She spoke pure truth.
You have these e-bikes.
Even Epstein blacklisted this guy.
I just watched a man drag a screaming toddler.
She had a little bit of a hard time with this one.
Remember the town hall he had on CNN, and the audience loved it.
It was stacked with Trump supporters.
Well, they said Republicans and independent. Even if it was, here's what people saw in America. They saw Trump killing it with the crowd.
He's not a stand-up comedian.
No, but it doesn't matter. People loved him and what he was saying. Then you come to a panel of 6 people who all just do nothing but dump on him and call him a liar. And America goes, didn't you just see that we like him? No one's been harder on Trump than me. But I get it, and I'm bored with it. And there's a different way to do this.
What is it?
Defend the people who still vote for him. What they...
Yeah, okay, so this is kind of funny. These comments are kind of funny here. Oh, TDS, can't stomach her, she's too big. Bill Maher doesn't even like Trump. But the fact that he's getting unanimous support from conservatives should tell you something. Look, this country is tired of hearing about how much Trump sucks. Okay? They're tired of it because all they say to you is Trump derangement syndrome. And I can say, well, you have Trump worship syndrome, whatever. But the fact of the matter is, if you want to get the voters, Democrats, listen up to me, okay? You have to defend it. You have to defend and make sure that your policy positions will help not just your own constituents, your own people, that voter base, whatever, but will also help the people that voted for Trump. They're Americans too. They deserve to have a politician with policies that will adequately represent their needs. Your job isn't only to protect the liberals and condemn everyone on the right. Your job is to essentially condemn Trump and take care of the people he won't take care of. Because I'm just telling you right now, Trump's tax breaks for the wealthy won't help middle class or poor conservatives. So whoever the next Democratic person is to run again in 2028, they have to be willing to defend the people that voted for Trump. You need their votes. Bring them into the fold. If I were running against Vance or anyone else in 2028, my job would be to adequately help both sides. Make sure jobs are here, healthcare is affordable, groceries are affordable. Fuck the Trump derangement syndrome bullshit. My job is to help all Americans. That's what I would do. But these politicians, these leftists, are too focused on having a war with Trump supporters. You can't alienate half the country and hope to win. You need to win. Politics is about winning hearts and minds. You need hearts and minds here. And unfortunately, now Trump didn't do the hearts and minds thing. He just created enemies and said, fuck the left. You know, the right is perfect and MAGA is perfect. But the backlash, the continued hatred and obsession over Trump's faults turned a lot of people off on the left, and even the moderates turned a lot of them off, and permanently pissed off conservatives. So if I were running in 2028, my job would be to get those conservative votes, to defend them too, represent them too, because they matter too. Okay? They matter just as much as the people on the left do. That's all I'm going to say. But you'll never see a Democrat do that. Even Gavin Newsom.
AC on the other side.
All he'll do is talk shit about Trump and do tweets and call him and his supporters stupid. It's just gonna keep creating a cycle of negativity. Republicans will never lose an election as long as Democrats keep participating in this like toxic blade culture mentality.
Every single time I talk.
The Jordan.
All right, you know what? Let's cap it there. We did a lot of good videos today, a lot of good shorts. I'm Scott. This is Cypher Division. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.